tell anyone about this.
And now I really want Mike to get a cane. Because I swear we've talked about this before on different podcasts. It seems very deja vu where I've talked about you needing a cane.
That's like your standard go-to, though.
You brought it up.
Everything's old. Everything's old with him. Short.
I'm changing the sound of your voice too. It's not gonna be like Mike.
And oh yeah, and when he does my voice, it's always this Neanderthal.
You're gonna be okay, Grandpa.
I'm dropping my Eric voice. Stop.
Well, welcome back to episode 25 of Property Pairings. I'm Eric Kinzler.
Mike Pavone.
We have not recorded in a couple of weeks.
It's been a bit.
We've had several closings just in the last 7 days, so that's been nice. Listings, buyers,
Yeah,
stuff going under contract.
It's still remained busy, but it's like we had. What is it? You had something. What was it? The first? Oh yeah, you were a little under the weather, I think, right?
Yes, I had dinner at Meta, and they were serving food that I don't typically eat, and so it did not agree with me.
So I got the call. I'm really not feeling good. Okay, let's punt.
Yeah.
And then I remembered we were going camping the next week, so we punted again.
Yeah.
So we haven't had our
It's life.
haven't had our Jake fix in a while.
I know.
I know. I was packing up my stuff to come over here, and I'm pulling the parking. I'm like this.
It's been a month.
Every Friday, I'm always excited. I'm like, oh wow, it's like I'm going on a new first date again or something. Like this feels.
You look nice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well rested.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, I'm a year older now, and
Well, happy belated.
thank you.
What'd you do?
34,
32.
32.
That Wednesday, on my actual birthday, my church was kind of doing one of our, volleyball park days sort of thing. So I kind of just did that in the evening. I golfed that morning, not well, but still fun, good weather. And then, I had some friends over Saturday night. Finally got the backyard in shape. Grilled up some burgers.
Nice.
Parents were in town. So, it's good times.
Cool.
Are you?
Yeah, I think that was the first Friday we missed was that week.
Okay.
Because I don't think we've talked about it. So
Yeah.
Burgers hot. Oh, that sounds good.
just burgers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Kirkland has actually in the frozen patties they have grass fed ones now.
That's what we get.
And they were so tasty.
We do that, and we do instead of the red colored hot dogs, we'll get their brats. And just a very slow, not even a boil, just kind of cooking them in water and then finishing them on the grill. Oh my God, so
Yum.
good.
A couple of weekends ago, we had this huge, called the Ames Lake Days. And so I had bounce house out there and cotton candy machine, popcorn machine, face painter, yard games for the community. And so that was very busy and very fun. And then that Sunday, there was a dock concert out there. So it was just 2 days of back-to-back events. That was pretty exhausting.
Were you under the weather still at that point?
No, luckily, feeling better. I just needed the day of recovery. And what else? So both of those things are happening seconds. That's not true. I wasn't getting a hold of the bounce house guy, and that's the main attraction. It's the same guy that we used for.
Oh,
Yeah.
The one at my place?
Yeah. And I'm I confirmed he's going to be here, and I'm nothing. He's supposed to be there at 9 o'clock. 9:01 comes, poof, right there. And I'm okay, I don't even care that you didn't message me back the last 48 hours. But thank you for showing up.
Yeah. He was a nice guy. He was it was like a orchestrated, planned attack when we held the one at our house. He just rolled up, and like we have a bounce house too, but we're kind of struggling to get that thing out there. That thing was strapped to the dolly, right out into the back, militaristically, like neatly folded. Undoes the thing, stakes everything. Within minutes, it's up.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't. Ours is like a tenth the size. I can't get it up that. Get that thing inflated and ready to go in that amount of time. He was done.
Just like solo guy too. That was the same
just
thing.
him.
He was like, "Yep, did this, put it up. Need anything?" I was like, "No." He goes, "Okay, going to Tacoma." Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure those guys have like a
They're dialed.
schedule. Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
just dialed in.
Yeah.
Well, Andy's got like 10 of them that he operates.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's,
So,
it's not like he has
solid
one. He's got a lot of them.
business model there. Kids loved the face painter. That was really cool.
I didn't get my face painted photo of you.
I didn't paint my face. I did that and then immediately had 10 minutes to go home, change, go do my open house.
Oh, I have a good photo of him one year where he was Spider-Man.
Yeah, I let
Spider-Man.
them paint my face Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Send it to the kids, I think. And then last weekend was more open houses, but more chill. Yeah, did lots of yard work. There's this huge gap area between my house and the water that's kind of steep and it's just overgrown. And so I've just been out there knocking it all back.
Was that when you were telling me about the back pain, spasming or whatever, because you were using the hedge thing?
Yeah, because you're using the hedge trimmer because the weed whacker is not going to work.
Right.
It's mostly salal and blackberry. So I'm like doing the hedge trimmer and I'm like, oh yeah, feeling it in my hips there.
Because we've been kind of talking this past week or so about aches and pains that have been popping up.
Yep.
And
I'm with you there.
I was talking about like my knee was bothering me, the elbow, whatever, and then you're telling me about his thing, and I'm like, it's getting old, man.
Yeah. You might need a cane.
Not me.
Oh,
My one of the guys that we work with, his name's Mike as well. Known him for years. He shows up. We have a meeting, and he's like looks like Mr. Peanut. He's got the whole cane, the brace, the whole 9 yards. I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, well, I tweaked my knee and I really don't want to mess anything up. So he had a brace on and he's walking with a cane. I'm like, wow. So of course, as a friend, I gave him all kind of grief.
Yeah.
Because you'd be like, are you okay? You're good? All right, now I'm going to make fun of you. Of course I did. But then like the next day or 2 days later, it's like, my knee's starting to hurt. I'm not going to tell anyone about this.
and now I really want Mike to get a cane. Because I swear we've talked about this before on different podcasts. It seems very deja vu where I've talked about you needing a cane.
That's like your standard go-to, though.
You brought it up.
Everything's old. Everything's old with him. Or short.
I'm changing the sound of your voice too. It's
Oh.
not gonna be like Mike.
And oh yeah, and when he does my voice, it's always this
You're
Neanderthal.
gonna be okay, Grandpa.
I'm gonna drop into my Eric voice. Stop. When we bought the house we're in, and do you remember when it was just the 3 bedrooms and I put the fourth back? And my wife was pregnant. It was like do or die. Like I got to get the bathroom together for her. I got to get the bedroom made so the baby has a bedroom to be in, right? And it's coming down to the wire. I tear out the old bathroom. I put the wall in, drywalling, electrical, plumbing work that needed to be done. The bathroom shower is getting built. The floor was going like, so Julia goes into the hospital to give birth to Blair. We have 2 kids that are still at home. I'm there when the baby gets here, when Blair gets here. And that morning, that was like at 2 in the morning. So at 6 in the morning, I left to go back to the home to relieve the grandparents who had the 2 kids at home and to finish the bathroom before Julia came home.
I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was still painting and caulking and sealing. And she was like, where were you? I was like, oh, I don't know. We had 2 kids at home that needed a breakfast and stuff like that. And I had to finish the bathroom so that when you got home, I don't have people in the house. Oh, what a nightmare.
Down to the wire, but got it done.
Got it done. We didn't have a shower curtain, but at least she could shower.
Yeah.
God.
You got your fence up.
Yeah, it'll be different next time you come over.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So when I'm, if I'm not talking and asking you about being ranked, I can send a ball and it will roll into the neighbor's yard now.
Very good.
Yeah. How many people? My wife's like, did you play at all? It just seems like you talked the whole time.
It was so funny, like question after question after question on there.
That was a good one.
That was a creative choice.
It should have been like question Eric bleep, question Eric bleep. Back
There's a
and
lot
forth.
of. Julie's like, did you even play? But yes, that fence is up now.
Nice.
So now it's the next fence and gate. But
and then
I was kind of complaining though because I don't know actually if we'll be doing the podcast on the 12th because I got the hernia surgery on the 11th, which is the Thursday.
I think we should do it from your house.
Do it from my house. Maybe we should. I'll keep you posted. We might do the hernia surgery or outright the day after my surgery.
Okay.
But it's like I can't do anything after that for like a month. So like there goes the rest of. I need to get the
Outdoor work.
hedges chopped away so I can put the fence
As
in.
far as manual labor
I can't
goes.
get any more prep work done after that. I'm kind of on hold.
I can feel the rain creeping in too.
It's like a little cooler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's starting to like you can smell fall coming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was like looked outside and I was like, what do I want to wear today? Check the weather and I was like, it might get mid-70s. I can wear pants.
Mhm.
And I walked outside and I was like, oh yeah, this is comfortable. I'm kind of ready for the heat to just.
It's been a little. It's been a little.
It hasn't
bit.
been that hot though. Like compared to other summers, it's been fairly mild and no smoke.
Yeah, yeah. I think there is a little hint of it.
I
Really?
don't know what it is though, because like last week there were some days that like max like 85, 87 maybe, but it felt so much hotter and I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
It's consistently where it's staying.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't like it is because we don't have ducting in our primary bedroom, so it's just hot.
Yeah.
And on top of that,
you guys. Oh, but you had the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a visitor. So.
Because
Yeah.
normally you guys they retreat downstairs because they've got the lower level, right? But they had a visitor staying over, so they couldn't do it.
Yeah, and like I don't know, condensation from the lake. So you walk into the room and you just get slapped with
Yeah.
Humidity.
hot, sticky humidity at like even last night. Went to bed at like 1 and it was still. I might just start sleeping on the couch.
You probably have more room.
I know. No, not really. The dogs sleep. The dogs sleep with me.
I was gonna say you can't psych. What I'll do with our dog sometimes, and I'll psych them out and have them. All right, let's go over here, and then I close the doors and
Oh,
then go back the other way.
Oh no, those guys would cry.
I don't know if that's psyching them out. It's just kind of mean.
You have to know the dogs.
Oh,
I was gonna say you have to know Mike, but
Obi.
oh yeah, no. Obi's like the sweetest dog. He comes over there and immediately his head's like just on the edge of your lap. And it could just stay there. But who's not gonna like
Yeah.
But-
lab head in your lap? Like how can you not? And then it's like, oh, attention, I'm for sure you need a paw up there.
So then he does
No,
the
no,
paw-
you need 2 paws up
2
there.
paws, and then he's up.
You need my shoulders like moving in on your space.
He'll
up
kind of
there.
lay sideways on you like that,
Yeah.
and and it's like, oh, I just ate some kibble. Cool. I'm gonna wipe my face on your pants, which is why I didn't care if I had the piece of glitter on me.
Yeah, my brother's dog does the same thing. He's like so attention needy, and so he'll just come up and he'll kind of just like put his nose on you. You give him any sort of attention, you can hear in his breathing. He's just like, oh, okay, you're gonna give me attention now, and then it's just like he won't leave you alone.
Then you can't. Does he do like the really aggressive nose, like trying to like
get you to play fetch.
yeah, or just like if you put your like I'll put my hand like this, and they'll get your hand like on top of their head again, so you can pet them. And
Yeah,
Notch does
if
that.
you stop petting after
Yeah.
you start, it's just the
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's
When you were talking about like getting your pants dirty, it reminded me of shortly after you guys had Ashton, and you're like, you went through this like brief phase where it was just like the same jeans and the same
yeah. It's all
gray
like,
half zip.
Yep.
But it was like it was the Patagonia one, right? So it was like
Yeah, I remember that.
not like a nicer half zip, just like a
I remember that.
comfortable. And Mike's walking around, he's got like spit up on this side and like had no idea. He's just kind of like still very like Mike and nice, but just kind of you clearly tired and zoned out and maybe sleep deprived. And we're like, I think Allison called it out, or you noticed or something. You're like, oh, It was during COVID too, so we weren't meeting with clients as
No,
often.
and for Ashton was colicky. So he didn't sleep. He cried all the time. You couldn't. Julia could kind of console him. I had no chance in hell of getting him to be happy. He never wanted me, only wanted her. But I tell the story one time, right around when this happened, because I remember this. He was crying all night. I don't know how Clark slept through this. We didn't. And Julia's like borderline tears. Like, I just need some sleep because she's with him all day. She's on maternity leave. It's COVID. She can't go anywhere. And I remember I take Ashton, full-throated screaming cry at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I take him in our old house, close the door to our bedroom. I'm holding him. I take him down to the other end of the house, into the garage, close that door. I get in my car, put him in his car seat. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and like I'm exhausted. I close the door to the car and I think I had earphones in or something, and I just sat there in the car with him till like 6 in the morning, him crying for 3 hours so Julie could get some sleep. So yeah, that whole like, oh yeah, that's fine.
It's just like, it just didn't register. It was just like, oh yeah, no, there are some pants. There is a sweater.
And I don't have to think about
to work.
It was bad. It was bad.
So tell us about your camping trip last weekend.
So one of the topics of conversation quite frequently is when it comes to family events, like who plans them, right? And we have our roles in our family, and when it comes to like planning trips, generally speaking, Julia will do that. So she's like, I don't want to be involved. You and we were going with a family that's friends of ours. You, the husbands are going to plan it. Well, and I did a survey of my guy friends, like, how do you plan for one of these things? Like, I don't know. We didn't book a campsite, so we're going to go to a first come, first serve. When it comes to like gear, you just toss everything in that you have that is in totes. Everything goes in the car. So I may not have individually counted everything out and built a list, but everything we possibly have is in somewhere in that pile of Tupperware containers. We're good. So it's like, fine. And I told him I'd take care of all the food, so I did. So we load up, we go, we get to the first place, and he walks over, he goes, my family doesn't have any clue where we're going. I'm like, you didn't tell them? He goes, no. His wife didn't even have pants. She just had shorts. So that gives you an idea how the camping went. We made it up to the campsite. We picked one. We completely unpacked. They didn't like it, and they went on a little adventure. The wives didn't like it, so they went on and found a different one up the road further. So, who had to move it?
It's very, this tomato looks good. And it's like, no, this tomato's better.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen those reels? The grocery shopping, where it's like they take one out of the bag that they put in.
Yeah.
But just because the husband offered it, or the
She turns it
boyfriend
down.
offered it, she rejects it.
Yeah.
I saw
you actually picked that one.
I saw the opposite one the other day, which was he hands her one, and she looks at it, and she puts it in the bag, and he's like, he steps back a little bit. He's doing one of these.
Yeah.
It should pan to like the Twilight Zone. Like, uh-oh.
He tried it again. She accepted the other one, the avocado again too. Well, so we moved to the different campsite. The kids had a blast. My phone was off the whole time. they were off in the woods building forts and doing things like that. And the wives and the oldest daughter, they went and got pants because she needed pants. But we didn't also budget, like we had a great campsite. The other one was fine. The first one was good. That one I would argue was better. But we didn't want to drive all the way up the road and pass one and let somebody else take it. It's first come, first serve. It was better, but the kid, we didn't budget how cold it was going to be up there. Like we had plenty of gear. We just didn't budget for how cold it was up in the pass. So nights were a little cold.
Yeah, it sounds like one of those classic. No, like I want you to handle this, but then it's not. It's not done the right way. So
it wasn't done. Actually, it wasn't done the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens when I try to cook something at home. So I don't cook because
need a
it's
little-
like the very end. At the very end, it's like, oh, and then he'll pull out just a pinch of salt, just to like
It's a pot of soup this big.
grind my gears, just to be like, it's not good enough. Yeah.
Wait,
You know what I'm starting doing? Oh, sorry, I just thought of this.
you tell me.
I am going to start
You can do it to him.
salting everything before I even try it, just to be like, because that's a huge thing with Jared. He never puts salt and pepper on the table, ever. It's all ready. It does. It's already perfect. You don't.
It's really
need salt
good.
and
No,
pepper.
you don't need any. No.
But I think that's what
You're just
I'm.
gonna be like, oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I can tell.
just do it once. Tell me how it goes. Just pull that pin and lob that grenade. See how it goes. But that was our camping trip too. It was, like I had everything, food, food, drink. I had s'more kits to make multiple types of chips, fruit. I had everything. Kids were fed. They were fed. She didn't have to get up. She had the food appear in front of her.
Feedback is.
I need a warmer sleeping bag.
It would be nice if we had. It's like, well, you have control.
Yeah.
Tell me that ahead of time if you want.
I did continue canvassing though with we stopped at Windermere Bellevue South, and they were doing their shredding thing that day on the way back because the kids had to go to the bathroom.
Mhm.
And Rob was there. I go, hey Rob, question for you. Is this how you pack too? He goes, yeah, I don't. We just toss everything in the car. I was like, thank you. We've brought everything, so
It's all in totes.
we can't be missing anything.
We went camping a couple of years ago, and it was.
We had everything.
We went to REI like twice.
Yeah, we had everything. I had gallons of water in case they needed it. Boys had a blast though. They were like, "Can we stay an extra day?" I was like, "Daddy, I don't think he'll make it through the night if he tries to convince Mommy to stay another day. I think we got to go home, bud. Can we camp in the yard?" No, because I don't want to set up the tent.
Yeah.
No, we had a good time though. They want to go again next year, so I did figure out though there was some gear we were light on. We'll pick that stuff up, and then we'll go again.
Nice.
This week was good. We walked that property. We're probably not going to sell it. It's actually going to be
Oh yeah.
it was going to be potentially an estate, and the son wants to buy it, and it looks like that's all going to work out. So we're not going to be selling it. It'll just stay within the family. But it was one of these houses. You're familiar with the concept of like a sleeper car, right? Like someone takes an unassuming car and like mods the hell out of it and does an engine swap or something like that, right? This house is kind of like that. I haven't really seen a house like this before in almost 19 years. You read the tax records, it says one thing. You show up, you're like, this is so, it's like me saying I'm 6'4", and then I'm actually 6'4", or I'm 5'10", and saying I'm 6'4", because it was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, but you get there, it's got great street presence, built in 1918, cool main floor, 2 bedrooms with a bathtub. They repoured the foundation of this house. It's smooth concrete, new slab. It's like 9 feet down there. Like
They had to have dug out further.
I think they did.
Yeah, because there's no way you're lifting it. The house wasn't lifted enough to not. It still had the same normal presence of craftsmen.
So those like Seattle houses you go into that have a basement where they're barely 6 feet tall. This is like 9-foot ceilings down there. Just one of those kinds of houses that, like, being in our industry, like, this is really cool. Like if I hadn't bought a lot, maybe I'd buy that. Like it was.
Yeah, that was.
It's just huge amount of upside. Really cool home. So that was fun to walk. Like I said, we're not going to be selling it. It looks like they'll keep it in the family, which is great. That's works out for them. But it was a fun thing to go over there and see that.
Yeah, they were needing like evaluations, and we had time in the schedule, so we just like picked up, went over there. The arguably the best part of that entire thing was at the end where they're like, "Hey, it's a good thing you brought Eric along because
I was like, oh my god,
that's the reason we're going to use you guys," or something like that.
Eric was definitely his Eric self, and like I was FaceTiming with the like the estate salesperson to see if there's anything here. So Eric had kind of like was doing small talk, but they definitely liked you. They're bringing us smoked cheese.
Oh, are they?
As a thank you.
Oh, that's really
I
nice.
was like, that's cool. We're both lactose intolerant to some degree or another, but that'll be fun. It'll be a little fun experiment. But no, that was, they really liked it. I'm like, say more stuff because I'm going to hear about it.
Yeah.
Don't stop there. Like, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's keep going with this.
You like, am I chopped liver? It's it was cool. It was like a funny way to end it. They were nice people. It was fun to go over and just hang out. Seeing the house itself was just cool. I have no idea how long she's owned it.
Long time. It's just, it was one of those ones that, like, when you go see homes as much as we do, you kind of, like, you see a house, I can already conceptualize what the floor plan is and all of that, right? And this is one of a handful of times where you looked at the house, but then when you walked into it, was something entirely different. That was fun to see.
Yep, so we did that, and then had closing on one of our condos, Seattle closing, condo in Bellevue.
We got our Seattle listing under contract, so that was good.
Yeah. I think my Ames Lake listing.
The land one?
No, that one we have a counter out for. We'll see. It expires today. And then the other one though, the one out in Amesbury, that I'm hopeful I'll be getting an offer on that today. I got 2 last week on it. Super low. We got them up pretty high compared to where they started, but it's just like didn't materialize.
Yeah, you kind of they topped out and you were bottom of the.
Only 25 grand off. I know.
Bummer.
I know.
Yeah, 25 is like that amount where 10 you're like, okay, if I really want this house, 10 grand. But 25, I feel like any of those quarter type numbers, it's like
You'd be surprised how much.
like what, like I could put that towards like a remodeling project on something else. Like it's a substantial number.
Yeah.
Well, you'd be surprised how much of those, like, there's these odd psychological barriers when it comes to pricing or countering. You drop, like, a seller drops below 1.5, and if there's a 4 there and it's 1.4 something, they're like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's 1.499950, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's $50. Here's $50.
Yeah.
Now we're at 1.5. But, like, no.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right. Like, even on the quarters, or if you price on the bridge, or you're talking about something like that, people will draw a line there.
Yeah.
Because you can, even at 10, you could close the gap if you had to, like, between the brokers.
Yeah.
On the one we just did, the condo, they had asked for a credit of 3%. And so we didn't necessarily want to be there for that.
Yeah.
And you can kind of control the narrative. You have to do that when, what we're doing here, the messaging back to the other side. And I initially, because 96 is basically 10 grand. That was what they were asking, $9,600, 10 grand.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, if we go at 2,500, they're going to come back at 5 or something like that. It's like, let's go 4. Went back at 4. They didn't bat an eye because it was more than the ping-ponging back and forth would have been called for in that case. So they just accepted it. So instead of doing 25 and then being at 75 and we land at 5, let's give them 4.
Yeah.
And they took it.
Right.
So it still applies, even what we do.
Yeah. Same thing with when when there were escalation clauses. That's what's going to be really funny now, right? Like, at some point, escalation clauses will come back, and we'll be like, oh, we haven't done it in forever, just like inspection clauses,
Oh yeah.
like contingencies. So, but it was always, most people, when they're doing that, they're going to do like somewhere like 1,000, 2,500, 5,000, 10,000. And so we always kind of do like a one-off. It's like, oh, let's do 7 or 9 or something. And then if they're thinking about ending at 1.6, like let's do 1.605 or something like that, like something a little bit higher that's off, that will make the difference. And sometimes it does. It's like $2,000 difference. That was it. $2,000 more dollars, you got the house, over someone who was just like, I'm going to stop at this even number.
There's a lot of that. It doesn't really make sense, but it's also why you don't see house prices ending in specific dollars and cents. Everything's round numbers.
Yeah.
699,000, 725, 500. It's
Yeah.
One time in my career I actually want to do that. Let's offer them $1,123,253.50.
Well,
let's do it.
Like on my vacant land, there's a number and then it's 18,000 after that. And it's like, where did you get 18?
Oh yeah.
Right? It's like, why 18 specifically?
Yeah.
Why not 20 or 15, but like 18?
Yeah, I feel like it would almost make sense if, say you're making an offer, right, of like, okay, maybe you're like back and forth, right? Let's just use like 750K, right? If you're going over asking, you're like, hey, we're gonna offer you 755, 832.
Yeah.
And then if like the other buyer's close to that, and then the seller's like, well, make it 756 because they want to see a round number.
Yeah.
And then you're like, cool, that was only $177 more.
Right.
I don't care.
I could see that. I could see that when let's just make their calculation of the escalation addendum more complicated.
You had someone once who was like, why not like do increments of $250 or something
Oh
like
yeah.
that? Do you remember that? You're like, because
It's not the price is right. We can't do that.
yeah,
it has to be something more
it's not
meaningful.
like all of a sudden you get it because you're $250 higher. Like someone else's terms could be better, and even though you have the higher price, $250 isn't gonna make someone.
It's not enough significance when
Yeah.
it comes to like when those kind of decisions generally come down the line.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's actually something I when discussing an escalation addendum with a client, as you kind of walk them through what it is, and now it's gotten more complicated because of how that form is. However, explaining what the intent of an escalation and how it works, like I will say, I really would love if we could just prices right this thing and just bid them up by $1. But
Yeah.
like it has to be something more significant
Yeah.
and more meaningful, and especially when you're looking at the overall composition of an offer.
Yeah.
A $1 is not enough.
Yeah.
$250, no.
Yeah. Those are.
There's kind of rules of thumb.
Yeah, it's like rules of scale almost. It's like once the number gets bigger, the
Mhm.
increments of change also have to be bigger for it to like really.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if
Because
you're
otherwise,
at
it's fractions of a percent.
if you're at a $2 million property, you might be looking at 10 or 15 or 20 or more $1,000 on the escalation. If you're at a $350,000 place, it could be $1,000, $1,500. It could be $2,000. It could be $3,000. It could be something like that.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah, I remember that was. And they were just wondering. It wasn't like that's what they wanted to do, but it was just like, why would we not do this? And so it's explaining that. It's like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's been a little while since I've had one of those though. What else?
And well, I mean, it's Labor Day weekend, and it's kind of the first weekend I don't have a lot of stuff going on. Just have a couple of open houses, so that'll be nice. Yeah.
We were talking about maybe getting together this weekend if we were to go over or because he offered to actually watch the kids for a little bit too. I was like, well, maybe I can get you guys over, play a little pickleball. I'll tape up my knee and get out there.
Speaking of Labor Day weekend, I literally just saw a text from our landlord so they're planning to paint the exterior of our house. Tell me what you would do. I mean, because you have rental with tenants, right? Do you? I can't remember.
No.
Okay. If you were planning to do something that substantial, I feel like a full exterior paint job is pretty substantial.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Would you ask the tenants of like, hey, out of these 3 dates, what's the best date for us to have someone come and do this? Or do you just pick and just tell them? Because in my opinion, she just told us, hey, we're going to do this on Monday. And in my mind, I'm like, well, Monday is a holiday. Like, what if I was planning on entertaining guests? Like, I just couldn't do that now? It's not that I was, but I was genuinely thinking about it. Like, text my friends like, hey, do you guys want to do a little like bonfire in the backyard or something? And
I think it's kind of depending on who the landlord is. Like
Yeah.
so like our place in Issaquah, a lot of the exterior stuff is handled by the HOA, even though it's single family residential. And we'll just get email notifications like, hey, we're going to be out there on this day to do that. And that's just the way that it is.
Right.
On the one, so the one by the other house by us in Kirkland we own, I would attempt to be accommodating, you know, like, yeah, there's a holiday that weekend. I'm probably not going to pick that weekend.
Yeah.
But I also, when I do settle on a date, like, here's notice. But I'd also give you as much notice as possible.
Yeah, but like 4 days notice and on a holiday, I'm like.
I mean, I think there's a lot of people, it's just like, it's business, and it's in your contract that it's probably 48 hours in advance to know that people will be there, and most likely their painter was like, hey, I don't have anything else open. I got this. Take it or leave it.
And I feel like they're using like contractor like friends.
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, if there are definitely, though, landlords out there just like, I'm abiding by the rules, kind of what are set down here between landlords and tenants. I've given you the appropriate amount of notice. Maybe I gave you a little bit extra, but I will be there that day. Just heads up.
Yeah.
It kind of is what it is. I would tend to. I'm a little biased towards giving more runway on those kinds of things. I've had tenants that have been in my homes for 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
Like, you want a good tenant. You want that positive relationship. So, I would tend to give more runway, but I know plenty of landlords. I don't care. I've done the minimum I'm obligated to do.
And that also depends on if you're using management company versus like all of Mike's stuff's direct versus
self-managed.
Versus having a management company that's just like, hey, these are the rules. They run it like a business. The end.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my parents are getting to the age where basically their retirement plan is just the rental properties that they own and manage. But I feel like they have so many now that I'm like, how much is it going to cost? Especially when they get older, and it's like, at a certain age, you just don't even want to deal with the headache of certain people and tenants and like, you know, even having to like remember stuff as you get older. You know, I just think through that. And
are there properties all over the place too?
They're 95% in California. They have one here.
Okay, because I was going to say when you're self-managing, it's great. Sure, you know, you there's benefits to that.
Lot,
But I don't want to do it now.
Right.
Because it's little stuff sometimes.
You'll get a phone call. Yeah, you'll get a phone call about it's like, oh, the dishwasher's not working. Okay.
That one's a little bit bigger than, like, I don't know, the refrigerator light
the
coming
detector
on.
keeps beeping. It's like, did you try and change the
Yeah,
battery?
that was one that I had where the light bulb was out in the refrigerator.
Yeah, and it was just kind of like,
I'm the
get
type,
it.
I'm the type of tenant where I'm like, hey, this is out. Can I just
buy the part and
change
fix
it
Yeah.
and give you the receipt? Like, awesome.
Me
Great.
too. I was that tenant.
Yeah, it's and it's like where you are in life. Like, I imagine it would be easier to do the self-managing once the kids are gone, but then you're not only want to do that so long before you might be looking at retirement. It's like, I don't want to be on a beach in Hawaii.
Right.
Trying to vacation like in semi-retirement. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
and then get a phone call from the tenant, hey, there's this problem, we need you to come fix that.
Yeah.
Like I have the broken drawer that I had to fix, still sitting in my car to go to the back up to Issaquah.
Yeah.
And he's just like, can you just bring me the pieces? I don't have time to get all the way over there. And he leaves them at my in-laws' place because that was kind of right off the freeway. Just completely, the whole thing's disassembled and not broken. Like I had to put it back together, but I kind of want to. I haven't had time to get up there to bring him back the drawer, and he's leaving anyway, so I don't really care.
Yeah. That's another thing. If they don't like finish out their lease, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, now you're in the middle of an off season trying to rent it back out possibly, and
We have like up here, we have some phenomenal property managers, and yeah, you pay for it, but then it's kind of a set it and forget it thing.
yeah.
So like for your parents, like I could see a lot of value. Like it's cost money, but if you just want to enjoy life,
Totally.
Yeah, and depending on how much they owe, if it makes sense, it's like property manager. We have a guy that we refer almost exclusively who is just awesome. From the moment you hand your client over, he's just like,
anyways. All right. Well, thank you for joining us here on episode 25 of Property Pairings. I'm Control C, and that's Control V. You like that?
yeah, that was a good one.
Thanks, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Like on a keyboard?
Yeah. Control C and then
And then-
Control V.
Oh,
Copy paste.
Copy paste.
You got two of
Yeah.
us.
That's nice.
There's
Okay.
some depth there.
There's some
Yeah,
engineering
you
people
just-
who.
it's a
yeah.
I was really proud of myself on
Yeah.
that one too.
I like that
It's a
one. I like
little-
that
it's
one.
just a little more to think through than
It's a little more
Chewbacca
cerebral.
and
The
Han
word,
Solo.
the word you're looking for is cerebral.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh no, I like that one. That one's
He's
that one's
not
solid.
just he's not just.
I'm not just a pretty face. Or a commentator on pickleball courts.
or a creaky knee.
Yeah. What did Teresa say? She was just like, "Oh, Eric's all dressed up," and Mike's like,
There's Mike.
"I'm the pretty one. Eric just dresses up," or something like that. And I'm like, "You jerk." I'm like, don't hurt yourself.
Don't
like,
break
I'm
things."
gonna, yeah. I've seen him jump off like the top part of the back of your couch, and I'm
Where?
like, huh?
When?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. A couple of times ago, and I'm like, yeah, let's not do that again. That's my preference.
Oh my God.
I always try to say things like, if I'm watching them or like you guys aren't around, look, Uncle Eric's not going to be able to come back if you hurt yourself. So I really like hanging out with you guys. I think you like hanging out with me. Let's just not do that again.
They're exhausting.